Hey everybody, welcome back for week 3 on the Spitfire, T.B.I Spitfire, and on the bust of the Tall Man. Spoiler alert, Tall Man is like right there. I mean, he is right there to being done, and you'll see in the video. But I had a lot of fun taking care of his face and hair and those features. I go into the video how the things I pull from watching other people do things, and then what I do, what I liked that I've done. And yeah, I think it looks really good. Client's very happy, so hey, there's always that. All I got left to do to get Tall Man finished is the spear points on the Sentinel sphere. The spear points they're drying. They're done. They're clear coated, gloss coated, and done. But I'm not gonna touch them. Because I want to make sure they get good dry. No fingerprints, I tell you, no fingerprints. But also did a little bit of work on the Spitfire. I was going to make it where the side mounts, where the engine housing is, be able to come off, but that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So I did get those on. I didn't really go into it till the end of the week today. About next time I do this kit, I will do it differently on how I build the housing, and can do the engine, but I figured out that trying to build, like T.B.I says, get it all built at once and then push it very hard into the where it lines up with the rest of the plane is not a very it didn't work for me. It might work for you, but I will explain what I'm going to do next time. Also got started on the Tiger tank. So yes, got a little bit done on that. Got a little bit of pre-builds done. Got a little bit of photo etch on. It's that time. Okay, what can I do? Because that's drying, and that's So started on the Tiger tank. But hey, not a bad week. I mean, other than it was really, really cold. I mean, about four days out of this week, we were sitting air temp negative 20 to 25 with wind chills going as low as negative 55, negative 60. So it was cold. But hey, still here, still building. So hey, no better reason to be in my studio, right? Cold air, stay downstairs, right? But with that, if you guys are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Click on the little bell, you'll know every time I upload. And guys, we dropped down to 339 subscribers. So 439 subscribers, sorry. Once we hit 450, do that giveaway. Like I said, that's not the only thing I'll give away this year, but I want to hit that mark with you guys so I can give those 2 items away. But hey, either way, I still appreciate all y'all coming to my channel and watching. Really, really warms my heart. So with that, if you see me do, you see the style I'm doing on a build, or way I paint, or when I do lighting or anything, and if you have a question about it, or hey Buck, can you repeat that, or hey Buck, can you just do a video on that technique, please put it in the comment section. Also put in the comment section if you thought, hey Buck, great job, hey Buck, okay, or hey Buck, what the heck were you thinking? Like I said, put in the comment section. I usually respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, guys, let's go see what got done. Well, good morning. It's Monday and it is 34 degrees outside. Big snowstorm, and then it warmed up the last couple of days. But so I did do a little bit of work over the weekend. Started getting in starting to put more colors down on his face after all that shading I did. And I did use another technique, and even though I did the black pre-shading and then I did an overall flat white with a little bit, I went back in and I used what did I use? I went first with the Vallejo, I'm trying to find it, guys, I got it here. This is the medium flesh, sorry, this is going to be my overall at the end, but there is just a flat flesh. I have that in both Vallejo and T.B.I. So I did an overall of that, and then I went through and for like in here, these really deep ridges, I went in and I did a clear green, transparent green. Then I went back and I put in, he wanted transparent. He said transparent burnt umber, so the closest I had was smoke, which is, yeah, to me. So I went back in and did that, and then after that all dried, I went and did another blending coat of the flat flesh. And then what I'm doing right now is I've done a little bit of mixture because the photos I get, there's definitely some red detail into his eyes and face area, so I dry brushed that in to help coat it. And then I went back through and did a little bit of dry brushing on the white, with flat white for the highlights. And now I'm going to go, here in a little bit, I'm going to go and put on the medium flesh, and then definitely be going back in doing things. But that's where I'm at on that. And then still working on the Spitfire. Started work on the propeller. So after I get it all together, I'm going to gloss it, clear gloss coat it, and then put the decals on, and then do a flat coat, and then the weathering. If you do any weathering like I do with the T.B.I panel line or anything, always have your decals on before you do the weathering, because if you try to, you do the weathering, and then, oh God, I really like that, you put the decals on and go, oh my gosh, what the heck, I gotta do that all over again. So yeah, so always have your decals on before your paint's done. Now you clear gloss coat it, then put your decals on, and then sometimes what I'll do is usually I always do. Let me say that again. It took a lot of lessons, but after I got all the decals on, I go back and I seal those in with another clear coat, and then I go and start doing the weathering and doing all that, and then I'll do my final matte spray once I'm happy with everything. But so yeah, but he's definitely starting to look like a quasi-human. But hey, so that's where I'm at right now, guys, and so I'm going to get back to it, and when I go to start doing quite a bit more, I'm always going to show you. But once I get the face, eyes, everything done, I'm going to seal this with the clear coat, and then I got to go do the hair. And I'm trying to decide, because I can do airbrush on a lot of it, and the reason I put the clear coat, seal it, is so I can just wipe off. But especially right around here on these edges, I'm probably going to do a lot of brush, and then when I get that done, then I'm just going to go and do a lot of dry brushing on certain things. But that's where I'm at right now. I need to keep working on his face, his eyes, his lips, and go from there. So I will come back and I will share when I have more to share with you, more to show. So I shall return. Good morning, Tuesday, back to work, and no, your eyes aren't deceiving you. So I went with that medium flesh Vallejo tone, and I added just a little white, flat white, and just a little black to help, get that skin tone I was thinking I wanted. And when I got it all done, it was just orange. I mean, I don't know if it was just, I didn't mix it up, whatever, but it was orange. And I was not happy. I liked it better before I put that down. So excuse me. So what I've done is I've gone back in and redid the black shading. I'm going to do the white, and then I'll do the different shade, help deepen the shades a little bit, the shadows. But then I'm just going to do the matte. I'm just going to do the matte flesh tone that I got with T.B.I. And I liked that a lot more because it just looked more real than the medium flesh tone. So that's where I'm at on that, and that's why I didn't show much yesterday, because I was kind of ticked. And then, okay, so you guys remember I put this in last week. Well, here's something that I didn't realize I did, is where this connects. Where this connects into here, I had that junction leaning too far forward, so I took the engine back out, and I had to split the body here, and then I got it put better, and now it's actually sitting back where it should be, not as far forward up here as it was in that gap. So I got that closed. So yes, I'm happy with that. But also, give me 1 second, just a second, sorry guys. So I did get the decals on, and I know the light's breaking it really good. So now I need to do matte coat, and or do another gloss coat, then do a little bit of weathering. Same with this. And let me see if I can get it up there enough so you can see it. Maybe. Okay, there you go. Those were fun. And then yeah. So trying to decide how I'm gonna weather this. I know how I really want to weather it. So I might do another gloss coat just to seal in the decals, and then go get that weathered, and then do my matte coat. But first is I need to get more painted on Tall Man so I can start working on that, and then I'm gonna go out in my garage. It's still cold. I mean, if it wasn't a windstorm or a snowstorm, now it's a windstorm. So we got about 45-50 mile an hour sustained winds out there. So yeah, it's fun. But I'm gonna go into my garage and then get these sanded and shaped down more, so I can be ready to, once I get the face and the hair done, I'll get these guys taken care of, because yeah. And that's where I'm at right now, guys. And let's see, gonna start doing seam work now also on the Spitfire, so I can get ready to go do paint. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do the cockpit section, because I don't want to put the masks on the clear canopy stuff to paint just yet, because if I do all that and I put the mask on and put the canopy down, then that's going to stay until I'm done painting. The problem is sometimes if you leave masks, especially on clear parts, too long, that sticky stuff, the sticky stuff that keeps them there, starts sometimes really making it the clear parts look crappy, and then you're trying to get it clean and then you scratch it. So I'm gonna figure out a way, because when I do the clear canopy, I want to get it painted, and then I want to get the masks off as soon as I can, so I don't get that residue on the clear parts. But hey, that's here nor there right now. So first thing I gotta do is get working back on Tall Man and get him back to where I liked him, and when I get that done, I will return and share. Okay, so let me walk you through what I did. So like I said, that let me zoom out a little more. There we go. So I didn't like that medium flush, so I went and I redid the black shadowing. Then I dusted over with flat white, and then I came in with clear green and clear red. I'll bring out some of those redder highlights. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to go again with I'm going to use my T.B.I smoke. God, I really love this stuff, this smoke, but don't need a whole lot. Too much there. And then I'm going to make sure I get it very well thinned out. I don't want it to come out hard thick. I want to just basically mist. I mean, there's lots of ways to, from what what I've been learning about paint, doing faces and stuff. So I liked what I did to begin with, and then I used that medium, and yeah, I was hating it. But basically all I'm doing is I'm going to go with the smoke, and I'm just giving it a little more definition. So, just like that. Just bringing a little bit more of that definition out. I know I'm not in camera, and I'm sorry guys, I gotta kind of do it like this, but let's see if I can get here. So basically when I went and did the pre-shading, I went into all the little things, and now I'm just trying to blend it all in a little better. So when I go to put that coat down, that flush coat, because I'm going to go back with the T.B.I flat flush. Really liked how that came out. And I'm just starting to blend everything in, darken it a little bit. Just want to make sure I got all the areas that I wanted. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I kind of like that. So you can see how I toned it down. I mean, I really like that. He looks like a zombie now. But like I said, I really like how that's working. So, that's basically how I did, and then I'll come back and do the base flat coat, or the Tamiya flush coat. And then if I'm really happy with how everything turned out, I'll get that sealed in, and then I'm going to go in and do the lips and the eyes hand, and then get back. And once I'm very happy with all that, then I'll, I'm going to go ahead, once I'm happy, I'm going to seal it in, and then I'll go back in and do the lips and the eyes. And then if I'm really, and then I'll seal it again when I'm happy, and then I'll get working on his hair and eyebrows. But that's how this is how I'm doing it. So, I mean, kind of like it. It looks good. Like I said, he looks like a zombie, dead, pasty white zombie or whatever. But hey, that's good. So I'm gonna get back to work and I'll return. All right, guys. Before I get started on anything else, I thought I'd share, and I'm pretty sure you guys all know this. So this is the FDM print of the Razor Crest that I'm going to do down the road. And this is the FDM, not the SL. So this FDM's definitely way, it's big, but it's really cool. This took 3 days to print, just this. So I'm excited, and yeah, I mean, just not very, I like all that detail. That's very, very cool. And then, yes, the inside. So yeah, well, here's one part. There's a lot of parts, but yeah. Oh, here, let me show you that top. And again, very, very happy with that. Whew! So, okay, I just thought I'd share something coming down the road in the future. So, yeah. All right, now I'm going to get back to work. Okay, guys, so I've got the base flesh tone down, and I'm liking this a heck of a lot more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and do some dry brushing of the reds to highlight the red a little more, and in the eyes here, and do a little bit of white, and then I'm going to blend that all in and probably get sealed if I like it. So, but yeah, heck of a lot better than that, all that orange I was seeing. So yay, getting closer. So let me get that dry brushing done, and I'll come back and I'll share that with you. Alright, well, I've done and got the main coat on like I like. Got it subtle and very good. So I'm going to let this dry all night before I even do anything of sealing it in, and take another look at it in the morning, and then I'll go from there. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting on the camera there. So here. But yeah, it didn't come out too shabby at all. I really like that. And what I did was, went with the blending. I took the Tamiya flat, and then I took the Tamiya flat white, and I mixed that and got a real light. And then I basically did, I hit a lot of the high areas with that. Then I cleaned it, and then I went back with just the flat Tamiya flat, the matte flash color. And I really like it. You got, and it's hard in this slate, but you can see everything is pronounced, everything looks great, color's right where it needs to be. So yeah, I'm happy with that, and got a little bit more on the Spitfire done, but the main project today was this, so getting things there, including a little more things, looking at a few things, so tomorrow I'm definitely going to start doing, working on the seams, as this guy dries, and then after that clear coat, seal coat gets good and dry, then I'm going to go start working on the eyes and the lips. And once I get that where I like it, then clear coat it again, and then get the hair and the eyebrows done. But yeah, I'm liking how that, sorry, I'm not staying in camera, but I'm liking how that guy, tall man really looks good. I cannot wait, and with the hair and everything, it'll definitely look better. This is just like, oh my god, that's so, but yeah, very happy with that. So, alright, back to work I go, guys. Good morning, Wednesday, fun. So, I'll tell you what I did. So I liked the flesh tone, the way the face looked, and so did my client. Very nice, very nice. So I went and I glossed it. I did a gloss clear coat, because if you get paint on some reason, gloss seems to clean easier. It's definitely shining. And then I've painted in the eyebrows. Don't worry, they're not finished yet. And I started the eyes, not great, you know, but it's still a work in progress. And I used T.B.I medium blue to give him that eyes, and I'll go from there. And then on the lips, let's see if I'm sorry. So on the lips, what I did is I mixed flat red, T.B.I flat red, or I'm sorry, not flat red. I don't have the flat red, but I did the X7 T.B.I, and then I did the XF2 to get that kind of pinkish, very, very pinkish hue. And then I did a drop, just a drop of T.B.I flat black. Got that really well mixed, and I brushed it in, and it was like wow, you know. And then once it got there, I went in and after it dried, I went back in with the clear red and brushed over that. Let that get dry. Then I just dry brushed back in the flesh tone, and I like it. It's really, really cool. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Oh, sorry guys, give me a second. Starting to get more pieces added, and hopefully I get those done. I've got some already primed, other little pieces, and got some. I moved the box. I cleared everything out, and now I'm down just to this one. I got the drop tank all ready to go, and bombs are done, and just the little odds and ends. And what else? Oh yeah, still got the wheels to do, but here is the prop. I really like this. All decaled. It's all glossed up right now. I don't want to do a flat coat, and I want to try to get it all done at one time. I mean, you know, so it's all even. And did another print for the Razor Crest, his guns. Very, very cool. Here, watch this, guys. You can do that, but I'm not gonna do the gun effects on this. Yes, I am gonna light this kit when I get started, and this is designed so you can run wire through it. Let me see if I can get it up there. There's maybe. Let me see. Yeah. So it's designed to be able to feed your lighting and wiring through. I don't know if I'm going to light the guns. I am going to light that. I'm going to do the interior. But the great thing about this kit that's kind of got me started thinking is the stuff, because of the size, I can actually do a lot more detail and help on the inside. I mean, it's not going to, once it's all together, you're only going to get the back and the side and then look through the window, but the cockpit windows. But yeah, it's giving me a lot to really contemplate and think about. So that's just in my mind. I'm just writing things down, thinking, okay, what next? What am I going to do? But so yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, always the nice sounds of, oh, why didn't you get all that, you know? But hey, still not a bad size ship. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. And so I'm going to keep working on Tall Man and on the Spitfire. And right now I'm going to do his eyebrows, and I'm going to just dry brush that to get that nice gray white effect of, you know, his age. And so yeah, I'm going to get started on that. So let me get things cleared up, and I'll show you how I do dry brushing again. If you haven't seen me do it yet, I've done it in a lot of my videos, but I'm going to do it again if you're new to my channel, and I'll show you how I do the dry brushing. Like I said, I've gotten the base coat down, the black, and then now it's just doing the dry brush. So let me get things moved around a little bit so I can hopefully keep this in, you know, do this in camera to so you can see. Sometimes it's not as easy, but look, all right, yeah, let me get things squared away. Okay, I'm going to try to keep it in camera or so you can actually see what I'm doing the best I can. So I'm going to take the T.B.I flat white. Like I said, flat white's like one of my favorites. So, move you a second. Let's get you over here. So get a paper towel or something, and when you go to dry brush, get your paintbrush loaded, And then the thing about doing dry brush is get as much as you can out of that. So when you go to start doing this, you're just getting the highlights. Not going crazy with it, just starting to get the highlights. You know, you can kind of like that. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. And like I said, and if you know, don't try to do it all at one go either. I mean, if you need to, let it dry and come back to it. Because sometimes I got a really bad habit of, you know, not letting things get really good and dry before, or trying to do too much too fast. And I'm going to do a little bit more on this side and let it dry, and I'll take a look at it later, see what I think of it. But yeah. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to let that side get dry and done and see if I need to do it again. But basically, yeah, guys, that's how you dry brush. You know, just take it in stages, like even doing, you know, the painting you see me done. I take it in light stages. I just add to it. So I don't try to do it all at once and all that. So let me get back to this and let me get his other eyebrow done, and we'll see what both eyebrows look like when I get them finished. So I will be right back. Alright, got a little bit of show and tell to do. Still getting stuff done on the Spitfire, but before I got a lot more than little parts on it. Sorry about that, guys. But thought I'd show you the eyebrows. Like I said, you saw, and then like I said, I really like his lips, and then let's get that up there. Then I've started working on the eyes. Probably the most difficult part, and this is just start. So I'm gonna let it get good and dry, and then see what else I gotta do. But yeah, let's see if I can zoom out a little bit for you there. So yeah, very, very happy so far. So, and show you the guns. These are two parts, and like I said, you can light them if you want, but I'm not gonna light these guys. But yeah, so not too shabby, I do say. Oh yeah, there's still a lot of work to do on this thing. This is not even gonna be started anytime soon. But yeah, so not too bad. I kind of like, it's pretty neat, pretty cool. So starting to get that look. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now, and I'm kind of in that in-between stage of letting things dry, because if I try to do something too much, then it just goes, oh crap. So just seeing what's going on. So yes, and I still have to get these guys sanded back down. I got them thin enough, but I've added epoxy sculpt to help get the points that were busted on the bottom, so I can get those pointed back up. And yeah, but yeah, very happy so far with Tall Man. I mean, yeah, I'm very, very happy with him. So see, I'm gonna let the eyes get good and dry before I go back and start tweaking it a little bit more. The one he had squinted was probably the easiest one I've done, and then the big wide open one, that's the one that I'm just making sure I take my good time with. So alright guys, the fun. So I will return. Well, good morning, Thursday, yay! And it's snowstorms. Okay, you know, I can deal with some of it, but the other thing is, it warmed up to about 34 degrees, and then earlier this week, and then all of a sudden the bottom dropped out. We have been under a wind chill warning for 3 days now, and it is cold. I mean, air temp alone is -20 with wind chill. It's almost -50. So yeah, cold bird. But I did want to share. I like where his eyes are at right now. What I did is I shaped them really well, and then I went back in and I dry brushed a little white on top of the pupils and all that. So I'm happy with that. So I've gloss coated it. Now I'm going to work on getting the hair, and then before I matte coat it, I'm gonna go with a light, the Tamiya smoke to help darken and help define a little bit more. But yeah, and got these puttied up so I can get them sanded, and yeah, go from there. And because, you know, I've been having those issues with the exhaust manifolds on the Spitfire, I took the ones that dropped and I made a mold, and now I'm making some more. So Spitfire work's going to be delayed for a little bit while those are curing and drying, and I see how well they did. So while I'm finishing up on Tall Man and waiting for things to dry, I decided, well, heck, I need to start the Tiger tank. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm just doing pre-builds. I'm just getting things in, getting things looked at, waiting for the Sentinel Sphere blades to dry so I can get working on those. But figure I could do something. So, and basically, yeah, guys, there's going to be a lot to this Tiger. There's a lot of photo etch I'm going to do. There's a lot of effects I'm going to add and all that. But the first things first is just get the pre-builds done and out of the way. And by that, I mean also with the photo etch, there's a lot of things I got to make, and I'll share that with you guys. But yeah, so waiting on the clear coat to get good and dry before I start messing with them and turning them around and, you know, getting the hair taken care of. So when I get started on his hair, I will come back and I will share. It's basically the same thing I did with the eyebrows, just on a bigger scale. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get back to work, so I will return. Alright guys, well, I'm starting to do the dry brushing as I'm showing you, and you know, if you see like right here, you might think, oh my god, oh, I didn't get the dry brush enough. No, you can use that. That's a good thing. Definitely helps break up a lot. But again guys, it's just the same thing. I just, you know, I load my brush and then get as much as I can out, oh, most of it out, and then I just do that, guys. You know, I just ring it up and get it in there, and not really, you know, a lot of times when you dry brush, you don't want to push down too hard, you know, because it's not going to get, you know, it's not going where you want it to, because if you press too hard, you're going to get a lot of that paint in. But with what's going on here, with me dry brushing in the white, and yeah, it's good. I mean, it gives highlights and gets down in there and just, you know, really gets going. So, I mean, yeah. But this is not the only pass. I'm going to keep making passes. And then when it's all said and done, and then I'm going to go in with a very, very light coat of gray to help take it down more. Because, I mean, the base is just straight black. So, like I said, I'm going in, doing the dry brushing in white, and I probably will do it again after this gets, you know, to a good point, and then make sure it's at a good point, and then go back in and just keep working on it till I get it to where I'm happy with it. And that's the big thing, guys. Just, you know, just get to where you're comfortable with it, and if you're doing it for a client, you know, send pictures, see what they think, and if they need more, then do it. I mean, that's kind of the thing about doing commission builds. You know, I try to get as close to what they want or right on as I can, but sometimes in painting it doesn't go, you know, there's just certain things, you know, that sometimes can be a little tricky, but hey, I get off point. So, I'm going to finish dry brushing, and then I'm going to let it get dry, and then I'm going to go again probably with another, and you know, go with another dry brush of white, and then I'll go in and do the gray. But hey, not too shabby, I do say. So, alright guys, I'm gonna get back to work. Well, good morning, Friday. Yay! And, yeah. So, um, sorry, let me do it this way. Camera, big. So, the bust is finished except for the spheres, for the Sentinel sphere, and then, the touch-ups. But, yeah, very happy with how Tall Man turned out. So is my client. So, yeah, that's the deal today. Is I'm going to be working on the spears of the sphere and getting touch-up paint done. And just to show you sorry, it's all white. Sorry, my replacement exhaust parts for the Spitfire. So yay! So yeah, very happy. And what I did for the hair, I'm sorry. As you know, I did the dry brushing of the white. Then I went back through and I did it with I dry brushed with sky gray, and then I topped it again with the white to give it that really nice look. And so yeah, so that's what I did. And then before I took the masks off, or the masking off, I gave it a blending coat of the T.B.I smoke. It turned out really great. And then after that, I matte clear coated it. So yay! And then after that dried, I got the masks off and gonna work, like I said, on the touch-ups. But yay! Tall Man is almost done. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll come back and share when I have more. All right. Since I forgot to share with you how I got that chrome and just told you about it, I thought I'd share with you on the spears. Sorry, guys. Just trying to make sure everything will look okay. There we go. All right. So I've already sanded them, did what I need to do, and then I just went with the Tamiya flat white. I've already got the brush loaded. Now, like again, with all things getting painted, don't try to do it in one go, please. That'll create more headaches than you can imagine. Again, I just kind of... Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay. All right. So again, I hold it away and just slowly get in. Give me a second, guys. This thing's acting up. Give me 1 second. Let's see if we can get it going now. Okay. So again, I just start doing light coats, especially with the metallics. You really do want to do a light coat and just add coats, because the metallic it's great. I love it, but sometimes it can be very unforgiving if you try to put it all on at once. So again, like I said, I'm not going real crazy. Oh, printer's gone, sorry. And just getting it started. Just like that. And, let it dry for a couple of minutes and then hit it with another coat until you're happy, until that coat's where you wanted it without trying to do it all at once. So I'm going to keep working on these, and I'll come back and share the next step. Alright, well, if you're asking what I'm doing, I ended up cleaning them. I had to sand more. The gray primer helps show a lot in it, but sometimes it doesn't always do the great, so I just really did a good wet sanding with 400 grit sawpaper. And just show you, maybe you can see it. It focuses. See that right there at the top? You can see those little pockets. So yeah, I needed to get that taken care of, and I did a wet sanding to begin with, and then doing that. So now I'm going to double check them real good, and then I'm going to go prime them again, and I'm going to use my filler primer that I use on a lot of my prints. I just use my regular Tamiya primer, but with this being cast resin, and sometimes the micro pores don't always show up until you actually start painting something with some color, I'm going to take care of that. But it's not what am I trying to say? it's what happens sometimes when you do builds. You just gotta take it and look at it and go, okay, well, that didn't work, so start over. So let me get these guys finished up, and yeah, we'll see where I get to. Okay, got them reprimed, repainted to the first chrome, and I tell you what, it looks a heck of a lot better than it did, trust me. So, gotta let them dry a little bit, let them get dry, and then I'll give them a clear coat. But that's the great thing about, you know, when you use an airbrush, yeah, you know, you definitely need to let the paint dry before you do anything else. But it doesn't take as long to dry because you're putting out air, you know, paint particles behind pressure to get on the kit, and it'll dry pretty quick because there's not thick amounts of paint. They're just paint, very very minimal. So, yay! So yeah, I gotta let this get dry, and got the front cowlings on, and what I had to do. My only gripe so far with this kit is the engine housing and stuff, and they tell you put it together apart and then slide it in and do what you got to do. Well, from me doing this, I'm gonna say this. Take it as you will. When you start to do the housing, you know, let me grab the picture out. Sorry. So when you start, get that out of the way. So after you got the engine and everything built, you know, you got to do that. Then you start doing this part here. What I would do, what I'm going to do next time is I get this all painted, ready to go, this part of the firewall. And I get that placed onto the plane itself. And then I'll start adding the extra, you know, the cages and the thing around. Because taking it on the outside, even though you hit every point and you got it lashed just right, there's just that little bit of give, and sometimes it just doesn't want to work like you thought it should or when it should. So I would say once you got, you know, everything ready to go, start with that back piece, that firewall, and then work your way this way and go from there. So I got the exhaust nozzles. I got those for the left side. All I got to do now is to sand down the ones that I've made and get them primed, painted, and put onto the kit. And yeah, that's where we're at on that. And on waiting for things, you know, to dry or do things. I started getting on the metal etch for the Tiger. So yeah, I love metal etch, but there are some metal etches like, oh my God, you want me to do what with what and how? And I'll explain that when I get really into it and sharing with you. So that's where we're at right now, guys. So I'm going to get these clear coated and let that dry, and I want to see how shiny it is. And then if I need to, with that clear coat, probably what I'm going to do anyway, I'm going to clear coat it, then I'm going to put after that dries, do another coat of the chrome. After that dries, then put another clear coat, and then boom, done. That'll be the same effect. That's on the sphere on the base. But yeah, so just hurry up and wait, right? Let things get dry and let things do what they're due. So I'll move this over to my paint booth and let it keep drying, and start working a little bit more on the Tiger pre-builds that I can do. So I'll be back. Okay guys, well, it's getting time to shut down for a little bit so I can get the video put together. So let's I was hoping to have Tall Man finished today, but he's like let's see if I can get my fingers in it. He's like right there. I mean, I've now got the second clear gloss coat on the sphere blades. So those will, once those get completely dry, really good dry, I'm gonna let them sit overnight and just walk away, get him done. But yes, there is Tall Man. Sorry about the shadow, guys. I thought I'd let you see everything that I can. Don't worry, when I get him finished, I will be putting pictures, because I'll probably do an update video first of next week when I get him done. But also got started on, this is the FDM again, and this is, I got this at, sorry guys, give me 1 second. Sometimes I can't remember where I got, so many things going on, sorry. So, Gotta wait for the phone. So this is from Game Body, and this is the FDM print. Sorry, there I do have the STL, but the FDM is bigger scale than the STL. But what I didn't show you guys was the cockpit. Let me get it out real quick. Share that with you guys if it wants to come out. There we go. Almost. Come on. There we go. So give me just a second. Let me get that moved around. Nothing is glued in, but you know, it is not bad. Not bad. So it's the cockpit. Got started work on the Tiger while I was waiting for other things to dry. Starting just getting the pre-builds done, adding the photo etch. And did not get as far on the Spitfire as I wanted to this week, but hey, that's what happens. But yeah, so starting to get there. Alright guys, well, this is where I'm going to end it for this week, and like I said, I'll do a special 2-3 minute video of him being finished and share that with you guys next week. But have a safe and happy weekend. Have a safe and happy week next week, and I'll see you back here on the bench.